Hey friends, Leslie from A Friend to Knit With. Welcome to Provence, France. So my husband and I are traveling for the month of March, and I get a lot of questions on what I pack for knitting to take on my trips and what I take that I wear. And so I thought, when I saw this cabinet, actually, I thought, oh my gosh, wouldn't this be so perfect for yarn? It was just we're in our Airbnb, and this is just dreamy. I wish I had this at home. It has the ladder that slides for the upper shelf. It would be great. But I put my knits in here, and I thought I would just tell you what I brought and how it's going, if I've been wearing it or not. So the first thing is the SoHo Square. I finished this during my last episode, if you saw that, and I just couldn't leave it at home. I was like, yes, you really must come on the trip. You're just bright and shiny and happy. And yes, even if I don't wear you. So I have not worn this yet, but I am confident that I will wear it. Just doesn't really seem like the south of France right now. It's pretty cold, and yeah, maybe towards the end of the month it will warm up, but if not, I will just have it on the airplane as my blanket on the way home. So I love that. It's made out of linen quill, and I did make a few changes to it. So do I have it on Ravelry? Hopefully I'll have it on Ravelry by the time you see this, but everything will be linked below, so you can check that out. I have finished something. So I brought a few projects, and this is something I finished early on. I knew I wanted to wear it on the trip, which I wore it this morning. It is the two-tone twist. It is intended to be worn, made with just tonal colors, but I did it in, this is Woolfolk Bar, super yummy, in the colorway 22 and 15. And yes, it's just scrumptious. So I filmed an Instagram reel because I kind of showed you how to put it together. But if you're a newer knitter, this is just so easy. It's knit flat, so you would have to purl, but you just back and forth you go. And in the end, you're just gonna put the top and the bottom together and twist it to make this. And so it could be great out of one color too. You don't have to do two colors, but I like the option of having two different colors that you can put, or you can put them both in the front. So yes, that's the two-tone twist, and I've been wearing that a whole lot. Okay, of course I had to bring a friend to friend. This is made out of Hue and Me yarn, and of course I wear this all the time, in the morning over my pajamas, in the evening over a blouse or a lightweight sweater. And yeah, it's great. Wear it over a t-shirt. And I've already washed it once. It's machine washable and dryable, so that's pretty huge. All right, the other things I brought were the Hello Friend vests. Of course I would, but vests are so great for traveling because obviously they're layering pieces. So you can put it under a jacket, put it under another layer, and it just doesn't take up a lot of space. There are a lot of great patterns out there for vests, but this is the Hello Friend, made out of Only #1. And of course I brought my colors. It's kind of like I curated my closet. I have been pretty much knitting things that can be, mix and match and are in my colors. So it does make it so much easier when I travel. So that's the Hello Friend. Then the sweater I brought because I thought I needed something warm and something not warm. So this is one of those. It's just doesn't get hot, but it's, it's a dressier piece, so I can wear it to dinner. I went down the Instagram ad. I just kept getting bombarded with those Ripley Raider ads for her pants. So I bought a pair, and they go great with this. They are the best travel pants. I will link those below too, because they are just, it's kind of made out of a jersey, but they don't stretch out and they don't, give you knee issues. And they're a wider leg with this sweater. So I brought that pair of pants because I wasn't really going to go into what else I brought on the trip, just my knits. But if anyone wants that, I could always do something like that. Okay, the hat I brought is the Savante, and this is a pattern by Gregoria. And this is another very simple. My daughter Libby has made a bunch of these. It's made out of a Lion brand, Thick and Quick, I think it is. And it is washable. I have this pom-pom, and it is snapped. So you could bring different pom-poms and change it. I just brought this one, and yeah, easy to wash, throw in the dryer, and you have a hat. And it is a really great pattern for a new knitter. It's double brimmed and no decreases. You just cinch it together at the top. So, and I love the way it looks on. So that's that. Maybe at the end I'll put some footage if I have pictures of me wearing some of these things. All right, and I'm a big fan of toast and sort of mitts, because if my wrists are warm, then I seem to be warm. So this is toast with purls, because I had it in a camel and I wanted a camel pair. It just has the little diamond stitch pattern in there. And then I brought a black pair of toast. These are a little shorter than the pattern calls for, because this is one ball of Lang cashmere, Lang cashmere, I guess it is. And I weighed the ball, and then once I got halfway through the ball, I just bound off and cast on for the second mitt. So they are super luxurious and unbelievably warm. This yarn, so yummy. So, and then I have the Beatrice Mitts. These are made out of turtle pearls trench coat, and everything of mine just kind of goes together when I have something to wear. I don't just go with everything. It's just, I find it so much easier. I found it so much easier to pack and then to get dressed. Sometimes I'm like, these are all the clothes I ever will need, because these are the only clothes I'm ever wearing, and I'm fine with it. I'm actually not missing any of my clothes. Isn't that weird? All right, the knits that I brought are the Purl SoHo hood scarf, because when I'm traveling, I like to have a project that I can just pick up, put down, take to coffee, take to lunch. I'm usually not knitting at dinner, but I could. And yes, so this is, I have one more side left to go. I am using Lamb & Kid Birdie, held with Elmer Tweed, and that's them. This is in the color Miel, and this is Cork, and it's just making this super yummy fabric. I love it. I thought that it might be too dense when I first started, but it is not. It's turning out great. I don't have enough of the Birdie. I only had 2 balls of that, so I hope I calculated correctly. I just added a tip at the bottom. I think it'll block out to be the same size. I'm not worried about that. And then I was going to stripe it just so I could save some of the Birdie, but I didn't really like that. But I left it because who cares? Maybe it's cute. And yes, I'm just going to knit until I finish with the Birdie and do another something like that on the other side. But really a great, easy pattern to travel with. I've just been having so much fun with it because it seems to always be with me. And then I brought here it is. I don't have much completed, But this is going to be a half and half triangles wrap. They have a striped version, and I thought that maybe I would go ahead and stripe it. I don't know. I might not even work on this because I plan on getting some yarn. We're headed to Bordeaux, and there's a yarn shop. I've already looked it up. If you know of one there, I would love to hear, but I will go ahead and leave this in my suitcase for an emergency. This was kind of my emergency backup, and I was going to stripe it with this because this was sitting on my desk when I was packing, and I was like, you're just so pretty. You're going to come with me. So I have that to also work on. Maybe not. I'm going to try to finish this. But yes, I hope this helps some people. You know, if you're packing, I will say I miss one sweater that I wish I would have brought. The daily pullover made out of linen quill, this same yarn. And it is such a great sweater. It's a V-neck and it packs beautifully. You can throw it over your shoulders or, you know, wear it plain with a t-shirt. It's just a great piece, and I wish I would have had the cream one with me. I am missing that. That's probably the only thing I wish I had on this trip. Yes, it does help to have things that you are just going to wear over and over, at least for me. I want to wear my knits. I didn't start thinking even about this till probably 5 years ago. We put so much time into our knits, and we want it to be something that we'll wear over and over and over. And in the past, I had so many things that I've made that I just wasn't wearing. So this feels good to have a capsule wardrobe with me, I guess. So, all right. Hope you are loving what you're working on, and I hope you're going to wear it a bunch and it's bringing you lots of joy. And even if you don't, even if it's just bringing you joy, sometimes I think that's okay too. Anyhow, be well, friends, and I will see you soon. Okay, take care.